A long time ago, in the kingdom of Judah, the people were troubled. Fear spread across the land as enemies surrounded them, and the once glorious city of Jerusalem felt weighed down by sorrow and uncertainty. The people worried about their future, about their children, and about whether God had abandoned them in their time of need. But in the midst of these dark times, there was a man named Isaiah. Isaiah was a prophet, a man chosen by God to deliver his messages to the people. He was a man of deep faith, listening closely to God's voice and always ready to share what God had revealed to him. One day, as Isaiah walked through the city, he heard the people's cries and saw their fear. He prayed for them, seeking God's wisdom on how he might bring them comfort and hope. While Isaiah was praying, God spoke to him in a powerful vision. It was a vision filled with light and peace, one that seemed far beyond the troubles of the present day. Isaiah saw families gathered in joy, children laughing, and people from all nations coming together in unity. In his vision, there was no fear, no pain, only peace. Then God revealed something astonishing to Isaiah. He said,
Isaiah, the people are burdened by their fears and sins, but I will send them a savior. I will give them a sign that I am with them, and this savior will bring hope to all people.
Isaiah was amazed. He listened closely as God told him more.
Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and his name shall be called Immanuel, which means God with us. Isaiah felt his heart fill with wonder. A savior, sent by God himself, would come into the world in the most unexpected way. A virgin would give birth to a child, a miracle only God could make happen. This child would be a living sign that God was with his people, right there beside them. Isaiah couldn't keep this message to himself. The people of Judah needed to hear this message of hope, especially in their dark times. Gathering the people together, he spoke with the voice of a man who had seen a glimpse of heaven.
Listen, everyone.
Isaiah called out. God has given us a sign. A time will come when a virgin will give birth to a son, and his name shall be called Immanuel, for God will be with us. The people were stunned. Some looked at each other in wonder, while others murmured with curiosity. Could this be true? How could such a miracle happen? Yet in their hearts, they felt a spark of hope. God had not abandoned them. He had a plan, one that went beyond their understanding. Isaiah continued.
This Savior, this child, will bring us out of darkness into a glorious light. He will be a King of peace and a Prince of everlasting joy. Our God has not forgotten us, He is coming to save us.
Some time later, God spoke again to Isaiah, revealing more about this promised child. Isaiah gathered the people once more, eager to tell them all that God had shared.
The child who will come will be so much more than a king.
Isaiah told them.
This child will be our wonderful counselor, giving us wisdom and guidance when we feel lost. He will be our mighty God, protecting us with strength beyond measure. He will be our everlasting Father, loving us as His children forever. And He will be the Prince of Peace, bringing us a peace that nothing in this world can take away.
The people listened, their eyes wide with awe. The titles Isaiah spoke of were unlike any they had ever heard. They had known kings and rulers, but this child seemed to promise something far greater, a peace and love that would last forever. They clung to Isaiah's words, whispering them to one another, repeating them to their children. Each word was a treasure, a sign of hope and a promise that brighter days would come. Years passed, and generations grew up hearing Isaiah's prophecy. Parents told their children about the coming Savior, and the story spread across the land. The people didn't know exactly when this Savior would come, but they believed deeply in God's promise. They waited, sometimes feeling tired and discouraged, but they kept the hope alive in their hearts. Whenever they felt afraid, they remembered the words, Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And slowly, Isaiah's message became not just a promise but a source of strength that carried them through every hardship. And so, they waited, with hearts full of hope, trusting that God would send His Savior at the right time. After many years, Isaiah's prophecy was fulfilled when Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem. The Savior had finally come, bringing light, peace, and hope to a weary world, just as God had promised through Isaiah. Lessons from the story. 1. God's promises never fail. Isaiah's prophecy teaches us that God's promises may take time to unfold, but they are always fulfilled. When we feel uncertain, we can trust that God is working behind the scenes to bring good things into our lives. 2. Faith in waiting. The people of Judah had to wait many generations before the Savior came. This reminds us that sometimes, God's best gifts come with patience. In times of waiting, we grow stronger in our faith and learn to lean on God. 3. God's presence with us. The name Immanuel means God with us, a powerful reminder that God is always near, even when we face difficult times. God's love and care are constant, and He walks with us in every step of our journey. Thank you for watching this powerful story of hope and faith. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who need a reminder of God's promises. Join us for more inspiring Bible stories that bring valuable lessons to life.